Hello, everybody. A much better spirit than when I was in last stream. You're a better spirit, like alcohol. Ah, shit. Hold on. There. Wah. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. Pennsylvania. I'm trying to get a good favor with all my Pennsylvania viewers, chat. Looks comfy as fuck. This thing. The only problem is it smells like paint, and Moogie doesn't like it. She just got up for a second, and she's like, "What the fuck is this? I'm out of here." It smells like plastic and toxins, but it's like actually so comfy. I was like, chat. Remember how like a couple months ago, like my back was hurting like a lot, and then I started using the pillow, and it like fixed the issue. But then my back started to hurt again. I was like, what the fuck? And then I realized there was like a hole in my pillow. And it was dumping like foam all over the fucking place. And so I was like, oh, this sucks. Because I'm like taking my pillow from my bed to my chair. So it's kind of annoying. So I bought this. This is like a $30 little thing. But I bought this one for $20 because it was on sale. Because I guess no one wanted the orange. No one wanted the Halloween themed backrest, I guess. It's like, I don't know, man. It's kind of like, it's kind of Halloween themed, but it's really cozy. And it was like $10 cheaper, so try a corset. I don't think that's a good idea, but it's pretty comfy. I just got it today, so I don't know if it's gonna fix the back problems, but like it's pretty comfortable. Did VV break your back? The Mountain Dew can returns. It does return, chat. I've not been doing as good on the waterfront. I've been doing. I'm like out of water right now, so that's my excuse. So who needs water when we have Mountain Dew? Anyway, what's happening, everybody? What's popping? Oh, Moogie just took a poop. Hopefully she doesn't get it. Moogie. How's the tap water there? I wouldn't drink it. I don't know. I don't think it's like Flint, Michigan level tap water, but it's also not it's also not something I'd like drink. How have you been? How have I been? Haven't been. I've been. I mean, I don't know. I've been kind of like tired, I guess. Like yesterday I was like fucking like out of it. Cause the day before that I didn't eat, so that's probably why. But like I woke up yesterday and I was just fucked. I think, cause chat, here's the deal. Like Moogie, do you want to try come up here again, or is the chair gonna make you not? Moogie? Hi, Moogie. She's thinking about it. It's like, I woke up yesterday and I was just like so fucking tired. And I was like, not only was I tired, but I was super nauseous. Like I was like throwing up. I was feeling bad yesterday. But like, it's so frustrating because like the day before that, I like stayed up all night to try to reset my sleep schedule. And it's like, dude, it's so fucked up. Like my sleep schedule is impossible to fix. It's not possible. I could stay up for 48 hours, and if it's 12 p.m. or 12 a.m., I'm still gonna stay up like another 3 hours just because like that's just what I do. Where you going, Moogie? Pregnancy test time. Hello, Demi. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I just like can't fix my sleep schedule, and it's really annoying. But I know, Moogie. Does the chair smell? Anyway, no wonder you were on Discord. What? Careful with the shorts. It's Demix. Oh, Demix. I mean, listen, that's too complicated for me to say. You think I have that reading comprehension? All I'm gonna say is think fuck they're black. What? Listen, you didn't see anything. You just didn't see anything. Just because I am wearing underwear, because I wasn't wearing underwear before, so... Demix. Oh, I see, it's Demix. I mean, I could just keep calling you Demi. I like calling people the wrong name on purpose, and like, it's kind of fun. Reading comprehension. Hello, Mookie. I know. Jamugi. Anyway, yeah, so, I don't know, chat. It's been, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me physically, but we did, I have been getting a little bit, slowly but surely, making a little bit of progress on the bike. I got the new risers put on. I've got the boots back on. I think I fixed the carburetor. It's almost, I ordered a battery, so the battery will get here tomorrow, so now I'm gonna have a new battery for it. It's coming together, chat. Second best femboy ever? Damn, dude, why you got, oh, that's just so fucking... God damn, second best? Ow. Fuck, man. You come in here and just roast me, why don't you? Anyway, watching 180XX swap was really fits the bay. 180XX V8 swap? Is that a Nissan? I'm not really that into Nissans. I don't know much about Nissans, honestly. Other than, like, the R32 nowadays is, like, a computer. More a computer than it is car or something like that. Like, the Skyline, like, the new Skylines, I've heard are very much so just computers. Ishtar is here, Moogie. Hello, Moogie. Yeah, the best Nissan, a 180X. I think the best Nissan's a 240Z. Like, I mean, if we're gonna talk about Nissans, like, if I could have any Nissan, it'd be a 240Z. Or no, actually, that's not even true. The original, like, 90s R32 Skyline, that's probably the best Nissan ever made. That's probably, like, I think that's kind of, it's hard to beat that one. It's hard to beat the original Skyline from the 90s. Don't eat my pillow, please, Moogie. She's thinking about it. She's like, what is this? Is this food? What is this? That's your usually shit, isn't it, huh? What are you gonna do? Please don't eat the fucking thing. Not gonna lie, R32 sedan, please. Give me an R32 sedan. Yeah, I mean, I think they're pretty cool. I think they're pretty cool. Oh, wait, no, isn't the R34 the new one and the R32 is the original? I don't know, man. I'm not that into Nissans. Not as well versed in Nissans, but I don't know, Nissans could be cool. They're not, like, my least favorite car brand of all time. Certainly not. Hold on. There we go. Not the best, not the worst, but she's the second best femboy in the whole wide world. Damn, dude. Why do you gotta be so mean, man? You guys are so mean to me. You guys are so mean to me. That's so fucked up. That's so... I'm, you know what, pool boy? You're the second best pool person. Not the best. Not the best pool person. Second best pool. If I'm gonna need my pool redone, you're my second call. I'm gonna call Frank gay before I call fucking pool boy. The originals were the R31, R32, R33, and R34. The new one's the R35. Oh. I don't know. I'm just not as well versed in Nissan. I will never be mean to you again. If I have to criticize it, I will surround it with a compliment. Okay, thank you. You weren't the one bullying me though. It was pool boy this time. It's just number one. If I should got $1 for the swap, might afford next year. We only support American streamers here, not Chinese agents. No Chinese agents here. We're a full-blown American fanboy. I was lurking in Nano's stream the other day. I was like, I was this close to like commenting something, like just saying like, I wanted to like type in her chat like, hey, I'm new to being a femboy. Do you have any advice? Like, just like pretend like I'm just never like first time watching. I should have said that. I should have been like, hey, first time viewer here, really thinking about becoming a femboy. Do you have any advice? I should have said that, dude. That would have been so fucking funny. That would have been so funny. Actually, they finally retired the R35 and the R36 is currently in development. I don't know, man. New cars just make me so depressed. Like, I just don't like new cars. I think it's just like the electronics. There's so many electronics. I wish there was a car company that made a bare bones car. Like, if I was like, man, if I was an auto manufacturer, like if I was like Elon Musk and I could like just, I had enough money to start a car company, which is basically impossible nowadays unless you're Elon Musk. But if I were to start a car company, I would sell my business model would be I would have like one or two chassis models that you could pick from, but then you can custom select you can custom select the struts, you can custom select the suspension, the tires, the engine, the transmission. You can make all these customizations towards like the actual car itself. But then once you actually get it, it's got like the bare minimum amount of electronics, like the bare minimum, like 90s level electronics, right? That's what I want from it. I don't want my car to, like, beep at me when I change lanes. I don't want my car to know where I am. I don't want my car to, like, be able to, like, turn off and tell me I can't do something. But it's, like, all modern cars are so electronics heavy that you can, like, they will get bricked because one wire got shorted to, like, ground somewhere. And it's just, like, so annoying, dude. It's so annoying. Give me a car that just doesn't have... I don't have to worry about that with... 180 SX with the body kits, painting, Vandal Sports, spoilers, and V8 manual from an E92 MW. I mean, that's pretty alright. I just typically think that anytime you're doing an engine swap, I'm kind of not the biggest fan of engine swaps. Unless it's, like, on an economy car. I feel like engine swaps really make a lot of sense if you're doing, like, a fun, like, roadkill kind of adventure where you're trying to go, like, put a really big V8 in a Ranchero or some shit like that. That could be cool. I think that's neat, especially if you're dealing with, like, an older car, like a classic car, where you're really not going for performance anyway, but you just want to scream an engine in there. That's fine. I like that. I can get behind, like, putting a big-ass Hemi in an old Chevy Impala. You know what I mean? Like, putting, like, a Hellcat engine in a fucking 70s-era muscle car. That's cool. But my thing is, like, if you're gonna have, like, a modern, like, Japanese car, like an S2000, and you're gonna put a V8 in it, it's just, like, it's kind of like people who lift their trucks or lower their vehicles. Like, anytime you're lifting a vehicle or lowering a vehicle, it can be done, right? It can be. But, like, think of it, chat. Like, these manufacturers, like fucking Toyota or fucking Nissan or whatever, they spend millions of dollars designing everything on this car to be exactly the way they wanted it to be. So you're basically saying, if you're gonna, like, lift your car or raise or, like, lower it, you're basically saying, yeah, you know, those engineers who were paid millions of dollars to figure this out, I think I know better than them. And it's just like, no, you fucking don't. No, you fucking don't. Like, half the time, like, when I went to school, everyone had lifted fucking trucks, and it was just so stupid. Because, like, you ruin the vehicle, essentially, because, like, driveline angles are all fucked up, the suspension isn't set up right anymore, like, there's so many things that are set up specifically for the, like, car to be at that specific height. And when you go lifting it and lowering it, you're just fucking all of that up. Now, all of a sudden, your ball joints are getting worn out super quickly. Now, all of a sudden, your drivetrain is just, like, getting fucked. You have a, like, your drive shaft is giving you a vibration at 55 miles an hour. It's, like, fucked. It's fucked. I think it is the same thing with, like, V8 swaps. Like, everyone's always like, oh, I'm gonna LS swap this fucking car. But it's like, dude, they spent, like, I rant about the weight balance with the RX-7 a lot. But honestly, weight balance matters a lot. So anytime you're adding a bigger engine to the front end of the car, you're fucking at the weight balance. And it's just like, unless it's already rear heavy, like, it's just not even, I just think it's kind of lazy. I think it's just kind of like, oh, we're doing a V8 swap, like, Redditor Pog, like, V8 swap. But you're actually, like, not making a better car. Like, in general, like, you've done the swap, but now it's worse than it was when you started. Unless you're, like, working with, like, a legit, like, race car company, right? Because the only time a V8 swap ever makes the car better is if it's done by, like, a guy who knows what he's doing. Otherwise, like, the fucking hillbilly put in a V8 in his fucking Miata, it's just, you're making a stupid car that just handles poorly. Like, why would you ever V8 swap a Miata? It doesn't make any sense. Unless you just really, 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 like, understeer, then I guess, if you're really a big fan of understeer, then I guess I could understand it, but otherwise, I just don't get it. Would you put a Dodge Hurricane Turbo V6 in the RX-7? No. Did you see the return of Nano? I did. I popped in her stream for the other. I almost said hi, but then BV came. Did you go to Western PA near Pittsburgh? Oh yeah. I have. They still have lifted fucking trucks, and it's still extremely fucking stupid. I can understand some lifted trucks for, like, certain aspects. Like, again, like, the lifting thing can be done correctly. If you put a lot of money into it, and you put a lot of, like, careful thought in how you do it, you can lift a truck effectively without making it worse. Especially if your goal is to go out mudding. Like, if you buy a truck, if you buy an older, like, Dodge Ram, and you're with this sole intention of taking it mudding, then yeah, okay, whatever, you know, do whatever you want to do. But, like, I don't know, a lot of the guys who, like, say, oh, I'm gonna V8 swap this Miata, it's like, you're never gonna make a better car than what it was stock by V8 swapping a Miata. You're just not gonna do it. I'm gonna V8 swap my Miata and just ruin, like, so many things about the car because I just think, oh, more cylinders equal better, right? And engine originally had 4 cylinders, now it has 8. And now it has double the cylinders. That means double the good, right, chat? That definitely means double the good. Too bad you can't turn for shit, because the front of that fucking car now weighs, like, 500 pounds more than it did before. And now you can't turn for shit. So if you want to turn, you're essentially gonna have to turn, like, pull the e-brake to force an oversteer. And now you just fucking ruined it. Now you just have a shitty car that can't corner. Some companies sell modification custom knuckles that correct the geometry caused by lowering a car. Yeah, but even then, I don't think that's, like, that team that designed that kit is probably not as well paid as the team that originally designed your suspension in the first place, right? Right? They're not like, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't think that, like, you're gonna be able to out-design a suspension when comparing it to, like, you know, you're not going to be able to build a better car than Miata or Mazda, right? You're just not going to do it. I mean, these are the people, the 1998 Miata was made by the same people who took Le Mans, right? They won Le Mans, like, was it 98 or 99 or something like that? Right? So these are the people who know how to win races. They know how to build a race car, right? They know what the fuck they're doing. And you're like, actually, I think if I just put this engine in it, it will be much better. And I think, like, a lot of people only care about the straight line performance, and that's why. They like the idea of building sleepers that you can, like, crush a fucking, like, any other car off the line, just, like, because it's a sleeper. Ooh, I put a V8 in it. I put a V8 in my Miata, now this fucking Corvette next to me doesn't realize I'm about to fucking dust them off the line, right? But now, as soon as you take a corner, you're just fucking understeer. It's just bad. The real way to do that is you take a fucking other inline 4 engine that's similar weight but higher, like, performance spec, and then you just do that. They went out and created the fucking RX-8. Well, that was a little bit later. Okay, that wasn't peak Mazda. Okay, that wasn't peak Mazda. That was, and you know what? I don't even think that was Mazda's fault. Like, I think the RX-8 is a fine car for what it was and for the restrictions it had. Chad, this was like 2004, 2006. Emission standards really started to become a thing back then, and you just can't. Like, if Mazda wanted to, they could not produce the FD again. Like, even if the executives at Mazda were like, you know what would sell really well is if we just completely made the RX-7 FD again. Like, completely original to how it was in 1997, right? Like, they, like, just completely re-release this classic. You know what I mean? They couldn't do that if they wanted to. Because the emission standards of 2026 are so much harder to meet than they were when the RX-7 originally came out, that they just literally couldn't do it. In order to do it, they'd have to cuck the engine. I mean, that's why the RX-8 sucked, is because they had to cuck the engine They had to reduce the amount of power that the engine made. They had to make the engine more unreliable. They had to give it just, they just ruined the engine just to try to cuck themselves to meet cafe standards. It just doesn't work, chat. It just doesn't work. Hey, Nano's back. Isn't that great, Astra? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, cars. Well, what do you want me to say? Like, yeah, great, Nano's back. Like, what do you want me to say about that? Like, I don't know. Like, okay, I'm glad she's back, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe I'm not glad she's back, because she'll probably steal viewers from me, so I don't know. I don't know, maybe I should sabotage, maybe I should go over to Nano's house and cut her internet cable next time she tries to stream. Next time Nano has, like, internet connectivity problems on her stream, you gotta, like, just say Astra did it. This is Astra, she cut your internet. Astra cut your internet, this is why this is happening. Okay, something like, Astra, we gotta get the band back together. Gotta get the band back together, man. Someone selling SC400 shell for $300? I don't know what an SC400 is. What the fuck is an SC400? That's some sort of, like, Lexus or some shit like that. Is that a Lexus? Dude, if that's a Lexus, I'm gonna be so upset. Oh my goodness, Mookie. Hello. If you can swap it to manual, that would be a dream. What is an SC400? Is it a Lexus? Because I'm gonna lose my shit if this is a Lexus. If this is a goddamn Lexus. I feel like it's a Lexus, chat. I feel it in my bones that this is a Lexus. Here. It's a Lexus, chat. How did I know? How did I know it's a Lexus? Dude. This guy was asking 800 for this fucking thing. This is terrible. This is awful. Why would you ever pay $300 for this piece of shit, dude? Yo, somebody's selling a Lexus shell for $300. Yo, someone's selling a Lexus. I could get an economy car. How much is this, like, not fucked up? Like, how much is an LS400, SC400, like, not fucked up? Because this is not, like... How much even is this? Like, what? I don't even see it here. I didn't even see one. There's an RX-7. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Lexus is... I'm just not into Lexus. If I'm being honest with you, chat, I think they're fine cars. I'm just not into them. I'm just... I feel like... I'm sorry, Demix. Demix. I'm sorry. I just can't do Lexuses. They're just so boring. They're such lame cars. Like, they really are. They're just, like, the economy car with just enough sportiness that they're, like, someone who's like, oh my god, I bought the responsible car and it's still sporty. This thing's amazing! And now they're just, like, delusionally thinking that it's a better sports car than, like, a fucking, like, actual sports car. You could buy a whole Mustang for that. The SC300 is the one that comes in the manual. I don't care, dude. I don't fucking care. Like, Lexuses are so boring to me. Lexuses are made for, like, the higher-ups at a Japanese salaryman company. This is, like, you buy a Lexus when you've spent the last 20 years of your life as a salaryman busting your ass so that you can drive down, like, Shibuya district in a fucking Lexus and going, I'm a businessman. That's what you do. That's what it's for. It's for a crusty old Japanese businessman with a flip phone and like a Casio watch, smoking a ciggy out of the fucking driver's side window. Like that is what this car is made for. This is not made for people who want to have fun in a car. This is made for somebody who wants to forget that they are driving, and while they are forgetting that they're driving, that they can pretend like they are higher up on the salaryman totem pole than they actually are. Alright, that's what they made the LS400. That's what they made Lexuses for. That's what they made it for. But everybody's like, oh no, I gotta get my Lexus, bro. Look at the LC500. Funny enough, there and a huge chunk of salarymen have modified cars even at 60. That's kind of funny. Hi, Moogie. Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this front end. God. No. 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 Hey, I know how we can make really cool styling. What if we take our SUV and just squish it? What if we take our SUVs that look like grandma cars and just squish them? This looks like you took a fucking grandma car and just squished it. This looks... Oh, I don't like this, chat. You want to see a good-looking car? You want to see a good-looking fucking car, dude? 2026 Mazda. Any 2026 Mazda. Oof. That's... Oh my god. Look at that Miata. Look at that Miata. That's some neat styling. That's even on an SUV, and I like it more than that Lexus. Look at the RX-9, chat. Look at the RX-9. Concept. Look at that. Look at... Okay, like, genuinely speaking, though, like, compare, chat. Compare this. Squished. Look at this motherfucker comparative to this. And tell me which one looks better. Tell me which one looks better, motherfucker. Oh my god, tell me that doesn't look sexy as fuck. I know it's a pipe dream because it doesn't exist and it probably never will, but like, I mean, come on. Come on, that is sexy. That is so sexy, dude. Oh, I'm not showing it. Fucking whoops. I knew that, chat. I see you just had to use your imagination. But look at this fucking squished ass fucking... This looks like a Rocket League car. Like, this looks like what you would fucking play Rocket League with. I just think this is, like, for old boomers with too much money that think it's a nicer car than it is. I don't know. It's just, I'm sure it's a good car. It just looks boring, and it bores me, chat. But then you look at this, chat. Look at this. Now look at this. You seen the Lexus? Now look at this. Look at this. This looks like something Batman would fucking drive. Like, my god. Like, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It doesn't even exist, chat, and it's so much prettier. Moogie's not impressed. Difference is the RX-9 doesn't exist. I don't care, though. It's like, Lexuses are boring. I'd rather buy a brand new Miata than any Lexus. I'd rather buy a Miata than any Lexus. I'm sorry. You know, they're just gonna be more fun. You're gonna have more fun. Is it gonna be as comfortable? No. No, it's not. I won't lie, chat. If you want a comfortable car, Lexus is a good option. If you want to drive down the road and not know that you're driving, because you can't hear the road, you can't feel the road, it's just like you're gliding along, and that's what you want, then the Lexus is perfect for you. It's great. It does that really, really well. Like, not even in a bad way, it does it really well. If you want to feel like you're gliding over the pavement, the Lexus is the way to go. If you want to feel the road, though, you want to feel the corners, you want to feel the car as you drive it, you want to feel the heartbeat of the engine, you want to feel that shit in your soul, then don't buy a Lexus, because that's exactly what you're not going to get with a Lexus. You're just not going to get it. I drove a Lexus. I had a Lexus. I had a Dallas 430. It's comfortable as shit. It's great when you want to forget that you're driving. But for people who like to drive and like to feel the road underneath them, it's a terrible car. Because that was the whole thing with Lexus. They're trying to make it so you can't feel the road. MR is Toyota's new brand. It's meant to be a performance car. MR? I haven't even heard of that. What are you going to be doing in any of these cars? And going to the P.O. Box and grocery store, lol? I'm the kind of person where it doesn't matter where I'm driving to. I like to drive, and I like to have fun driving. I'm not the kind of person who... Like, if I drive somewhere and I don't get that dopamine hit of feeling the road, even if it's just the P.O. Box, I'd rather have a more uncomfortable experience driving to the P.O. Box, but I can feel it and kind of enjoy it, rather than trying to numb that experience to the point where it's just trivial. Like, I get it. It's just super easy. It's super easy to do that, and that's great. But for me, I like to drive. I like to feel the road underneath my feet. That's why I like manuals, chat. That's why I love manuals, because I like to feel the car as I'm driving it, right? Even if it's to the fucking grocery store, even if it's down the street to a McDonald's, I don't care. I like to feel the car as I'm driving it. I've got that autism, chat. I've got that autism. Which is why I don't regret selling the LS430. I know people always like shit on me for selling the LS430, but I don't regret it because I hated that. I hate that like the Lexus is genuinely designed in a way where you are never going to feel the engine. You're never going to feel the transmission. You're never going to feel... It's going to feel like you're floating on a cloud. And that is great if that's what you want. For me, I find that boring. I find that really boring. In fact, I find it so boring that it's almost torture because I just want it to be anything else but that boring. I found the car for you. What is this? Walls to the wall. The point of Zoloft is to make you not feel anything. I don't take Zoloft. Just imagine pretending to ship. That doesn't work. Hold on, I gotta open all these links. There's so many Facebook links. Is that Porsche killer? I would never shit on you if you asked me to. Well, I wouldn't ask you to do that, because that would be kind of gross, if I'm being honest. That would be kind of gross. I'm not really into that one, Chief, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Alright, let's look at these cars. Let's see what we got. First of all, I can't hear this because, I don't have my headphones, so you guys are just gonna have to tell me what he's saying, because I don't know what it is.
Go over that seat. Look at the autistic, humble look as the LFA, but it's totally modern replacement for that though.
See this? That looks cool. I'll give you that, Alexis. I'll give you this one. That's a cool looking car. That's a cool looking car. I'll give you that one, Alexis. I hate this interior though. This interior can actually get fucked. I hate this. This interior is awful. God damn it. Everybody needs to emulate Tesla nowadays, dude. I don't fucking want to feel like I'm driving a piece of plastic. Oh, God, that interior. Oh, that's so bad.
I'd say, this is a production car. They call it some buttons there.
I mean, it looks cool from the outside.
So, as for power, the car's weight at the rear.
Oh, it's got like the Corvette almost style, like transmission tube. I don't really know what's going on here though. Like, where's the actual transmission? Oh wait, there it is. So it's definitely got an automatic though, so it's not that interesting. I feel like if you're gonna build a Porsche killer, then why would you put an automatic in it? You should at least put a dual clutch. Yeah, I don't really know why you'd put an automatic in this. But there's no torque converter, so maybe it is kind of like a dual clutch system. I don't know. I don't see a torque converter. I don't really know. I can't hear what he's saying, so maybe he's saying something. I just don't know what he's saying. Oh, maybe is that the? Oh, wait, what am I looking at? Is that the torque converter right there? What the fuck am I looking at? I don't even know. He's probably saying what it is, but I can't hear him, so. It's a dual clutch? Is it? Well, it's clearly got planetary gears, so it's not like a traditional dual clutch. If it's a dual clutch, it's not traditional. Because it's definitely got planetary gear sets. Because look at, you see this? You see these clutch packs right here? These are the clutch packs of an automatic transmission. So this is an automatic transmission, not a dual clutch. But it looks like it uses... It looks like it uses, like, the dual clutch part of a dual clutch connected to a standard automatic transmission. So instead of the automatic transmission being hooked up to a torque converter, it's hooked up to, like, the dual clutch of a dual clutch. But it's not a dual clutch transmission, because a dual clutch transmission is basically like two manual transmissions put together. This is clearly an automatic transmission hooked up to a clutch system. So I don't really know what's going on here, but it's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I don't really know what's going on, but a little interesting at the very least. I like the look of it, though. It looks cool from the outside. But I hate that steering wheel, dude. You can get fucked with that if you're fucking boomer ass fucking, ooh, I want to feel like I'm in the 80s type of steering wheel. Fuck you. What is this? Why? Okay. Wow, thank you, Taco, for all the perfect car recommendations. What would I have done without those car recommendations? Perfect size? That's crazy. Wow. Wow, thank you. Thank you. Invisible meme. You see what they do to mimic a fraction of our power EVs. Well, EVs aren't that powerful. DC is just expensive, repair prone, automatic. Kind of, but not really. I mean, DCTs are really cool, and if they're done right, they can be really good. The challenge of the DCT is you kind of have to pre-select whatever gear you want to be in. So I guess that's the idea behind using a planetary gear set with it. So instead of having like a big problem with automatic transmissions is the clutch, or not the clutch, the torque converter is not very efficient. So torque converters are cool, but they create a lot of heat and they're kind of heavy, and so you end up losing a lot of efficiency with that. And obviously, through a lot, you get like added torque, but you're also losing power because the whole idea of how a torque converter works is it slips, right? It's like slipping, and there's that slipping is what causes the fluid to like lock the fluid coupling, which is like if you in the like the more out of sync the couples are, the more torque you get, which is why it's called a torque converter, because you get actual multiplied torque out of it. But and then you get it to a point where it locks up. But in a manual transmission, you just had the clutch and it's instant power all throughout. So that's why, like, I guess that's why they went to a clutch over a torque converter. But I also guess like the reason why they went through an automatic instead of like a normal dual clutch is because in a normal dual clutch, the computer has to predict what you're gonna do next. Like if you're upshifting, the computer essentially has to predict what you're gonna do. Because if you're accelerating and you're going upshifting, the transmission has to pre-select the next gear before you're in it. So if you randomly want to downshift when your car thinks you're about to upshift, now all of a sudden when you downshift, instead of just having the clutch like swap transmissions real quick, now all of a sudden the transmission has to shift before you can actually shift, change the clutch pack. But I don't exactly know how it works, but it's kind of interesting. Best Astra car, 2011 Ford Fiesta 5-speed. Guys, Ford Fiesta. I mean, I wouldn't hate Ford Fiesta. I don't hate Ford Fiestas. I just think hot hatchbacks are for millennial hipsters. Ooh, have you seen my hot hatch? It's a hot hatch. It's practical yet sporty. It's a hot hatch. Shots fired. A little bit. I don't hate Ford Fiestas. They were great rally cars. I'm just saying that they are a little bit like every time I hear somebody like soy jacking over a Ford Fiesta, it's always some guy that's like, "Look at my hot hatch, guys! I'm going to the Cars and Coffee with my cold air intake Ford Fiesta. Aren't I cool, guys? Don't I get to be a part of the cool kid club?" Like, come on, it's just a Ford Fiesta. It's like an economy car, right? It's not. I'm not. If I got a Ford Fiesta, I wouldn't hate it. I would drive a Ford Fiesta, but I wouldn't show it off. I wouldn't try to pretend like I've got anything other than an economy car. I'd rather have an Astra than a Ford Fiesta. Best car 2015 Hyundai Elantra. Dude, Hyundais are dog shit. I would never buy a Hyundai ever. Hyundais are actual dog shit. Would you stop? I'm gonna fucking time you out if you fucking keep linking toy cars in my chat, bro. Stop. I get the joke. I get it. Like this is like the 50th link that it's like, oh look, another toy car in chat. Wow. Haha, I get it. Chat, you guys are catching strays tonight. I'm angry straight tonight. Hot hatches were just pushed by the journalists who were trying to make hot hatches a thing. I guess so. I just didn't like hot hatches. I never have. I think they're fine for a practicality standpoint where you're trying to be practical. But I think anytime you try to be practical and cool, you're no longer cool. You can't be practical and cool. You're either cool or practical. And anybody that tries to say otherwise is delusional. I should set my username in the same color as yours at this point. I refuse to drive anything than a hatch, including all SUVs. Why? Because if you back in too far, you're screwed, which isn't true with a sedan. If you back in too far, you're screwed? What do you mean? Like, you can't open the trunk? I only said the damn YouTube link. I didn't say fuck you. I'm just saying to everybody. Okay, there's been like several people in the chat. There's been the past like 5 links in chat have been to a toy car on Facebook Marketplace. Like, I get it, bro. I get the joke. It was not funny the first time. Chat, I'm spicy tonight. I'm feeling a little spicy. I'm feeling a little spicy, chat. I don't know. Are you guys ready? Do you guys need some milk ready for the Spicestra? I don't think you're ready for the Spicestra right now. It was ready the first time? No, it wasn't. You blamed me earlier for the toy car one? Did I? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, Taco. I didn't mean to, Taco. Listen. Chad don't like actual toy car. Link a car small enough to be a toy car. How about just don't link a car? How about just no more car links? Cause like, listen, I'm not buying a car tonight, okay? I'm not buying a car, okay? So it's just chill with the Facebook links, all right? A 2018 Kia Soul 6 feet. Ugh, man, dude, Hyundais and Kias are probably the two least good cars I can think of. That I just would not ever drive a Kia or a or a Hyundai. Jeez, fucking deal. Oh my god, if this is a toy car, I'm gonna crash out, Taco. I'm gonna crash out. It is not a toy car. It is a 2003 Ford Mustang GT with 150,000 miles. So right off the bat, this is a good price for it for $2,500. That's not bad for what it's white. It's got tan interior. I'm just trying to like see what I can see without looking into it before I move. What could I see this? Cheapest running and driving GT on Facebook. I could believe that because if it is a GT, it's I don't know what's wrong with it. All right, let's see if we can figure this out, chat. Let's see if we can figure out what's wrong with it before we read the description. Okay. Picture that is exactly the same. Okay. Okay. Looks good from the outside. Little bit of damage there to the rear. The rear right fender is a little bit fucked. But that's a well, I mean, well, I mean, like, I guess, I guess. I mean, I suppose, that's fair. Um, okay, it does not have an interior. That's fair. Um, it has engine drives phenomenally, short throw shifter, BPK shorties to full straight pipe, street a cold air intake, Mach 1 rims, Cobra front bumper, rare 35th anniversary, all white leather seats. Car is a 3,000-pound power seat, windows work, brand spanking new headlights, tinted headlights, new water pump. Cons: the trans grinds in third, and I have a new trans I could sell separately. Brother. Dent in the quarter panel shown in picture. Steering is sloppy. Suspension is good. Just needs a new steering column, rag joints, or drive it how it is. Used to be my daily, but ended up getting it used as a street car for over 2 years. Runs it perfectly. Never had any mechanical issues other than trans grinding. And third, I don't have an interior for it anymore, but I wish I could go back to a full interior. LKQ is the place to go. I have pictures of it when the car had a black interior, if interested. So this is a car. So I think that this guy thought he was gonna track this car. I think that's what happened here. Is this guy had this car, he was daily driving it, and he was like, you know what, bro? My car I could track this car, and so he gutted the interior, put this lame ass cold air intake on it. Why is that always the first thing everybody does when they don't know how to do anything else? Is they cold air intake it? It's like, come on. Like, in the short throw shifter, like, tell me you don't know how to do engine work without telling me you don't know how to do engine work. Oh, bro, I put a short throw shifter on it. Like, okay. Because that's really gonna improve your shifting times on a fucking 2003 Mustang. Like, it's really gonna add a lot of... You're gonna add a lot of speed with that short shifter. I guess it's okay, but, like, you're paying $2,500 for a car that needs a transmission. That's a little bit high. I mean, that's a lot of work, right? Like, that needs a lot of work. Like, I could do that. I could do that in an afternoon. If Thab was willing to, like, let me do that at his place, I could do that in a weekend. But do I want to do that for 25? I don't know, man. I'd rather have a V6 for the price. Salvage title, no interior, and he still wants 2,500 for it. I'd pay 1,500 for it. That's not a bad price for 1,500 for a GT. It is a GT, chat. If I was like dead set on a V8, that would be good. But I would rather have a V6 because a V6 is going to be more reliable and it's going to have better fuel economy. And I'm really not caring about the 0 to 60 time. I don't care how fast it is. So I'm not gonna. I would rather have. I'd rather pay $3,000 for a good V6 Mustang rather than this guy's project, right? 500 just MT maybe. Make me laugh because unless you're funneling air into the cold air intake, you're losing air HP because of the heat soak. A lot of people don't realize that. It's just like a lot of people get into cars, but they have no idea how to work on cars, and so they look up the easiest modification they can do, and it's just like, oh, I could do a cold air intake. I could do a cold air intake, but they don't really understand like that. Like a cold air intake really isn't gonna do anything. Like you're not getting power out of a cold air intake. Like if cold air intake was that much of an improvement, they would make it that way from factory. They wouldn't cuck the engine from the airbox from factory just because like they're not gonna get an easy 10 horsepower out of putting a cold air intake on it. You're just not. Interior carpeting in a car was a scam sold by Big Carpet. That's kind of true. I sort of feel that. I kind of don't care about carpet in cars. Hey, monkey. Yeah, no, I don't know. That's not a terrible car. That's not a terrible car. Like, I feel like I could do it. Like, if I had $2,500, like, this wouldn't be a terrible option. Obviously, it needs a new transmission. And if he gave me the transmission with it, then maybe I could do 2,500 for it. But the fact that it also needs a new steering column is just this is not worth it. This is gonna need a lot of work to get back to a baseline minimum. So I just don't really care about that. I don't think that's a good option. Here's a Volvo. Is this a manual? No, that's not manual. Holy shit. Oh my god. Chat, I just found some shoes though that we might have to get, chat. Are you seeing these shoes right now, bro? Are you seeing these shoes? There's fishies in those shoes, my guy. Just some floor mats down and the dash cover where the dash used to be. Yeah, just put a little small dash cover on it. Those shoes, bro. Oh damn, look at this one. This is nice. This is nice. 10,000, dude. Some of those are going for so much money. That's a cool old Sony, honestly. It's transistor based, but damn. 95 Mustangs are dogs, don't buy them. Why do you think they're dogs? Just like saying they're slow? I don't really care if it's slow. I'm not buying a car to go fast here, chat. I'm also not buying a car in the first place. Like, I'm actually just not buying a car. So there's that. So, I mean, jot that down. I'm actually not buying a car right now in general, but slow. 95 and 5 Mustang are the slowest almost ever, almost. I don't care, though. Like, I don't want a 94, 95. I want a 2000, like, 2000 to 2004. That's kind of my, like, goal. It's because I really want, like, a newer, like, I want something post 2000s, but I don't really care if it's slow. Like, I just want a car. You know what I mean? I just want a car that's got an easy to work on, that's reliable, that's got cheap parts, and honestly, like a 2004 V6 Mustang, white with tan cloth interior that is ideal. Like if I can find that with like 120,000 miles, chat, that is gonna be ideal. But we'll see. We'll see. Hello, Moogie. 2013 Chevy Spark 5-speed. Dude, why, have fair, why are you keep listing, like, the worst fucking cars ever? My mom had a Chevy Spark. They're terrible. I never want a Spark, dude. I think my mom had a 2013 Chevy Spark, and it was abysmal. I mean, it was the CVT version, but still, I wouldn't care. Like, I don't want the 5-speed version. Like, a fucking Chevy Spark is like the bottom barrel cars. Like, that is one of the worst cars ever made. The Chevy Spark might be one of the worst cars ever made in history of car manufacturing. But did she have the 5-speed? No, but does the 5-speed really make that much of a difference? I remember the interior of that car, chat. That interior of that car felt like it would cut you on the hard plastic that's everywhere. You know when you get into a car and you can tell that the manufacturer of the car cut every single corner they could possibly cut? That is the Chevy Spark, okay? This interior feels bad. 5-speed, very tiny car equals fun. Listen, if someone gave me a 5-speed Chevy Spark, I would drive it, right? I wouldn't not drive it. But I'm never gonna seek out a Chevy Spark, okay? That's not it, dude. 2016 Mazda 3. Now, I could do that. I could do a Mazda 3 6-speed. I could do that. Especially a 2016. But, I don't know. I don't really want a car that's made after, like, 2005, I think. I think, like, 2005 is my limit. Because really, chat, you gotta think about this, right? I want to work on my own car. And I don't want it to be a pain in the ass when I do it. Right? Because I know I'm not gonna afford, like, repair bills. So I can't afford to take whatever car I get to the mechanic. And I'm not gonna do that. So whatever problem my car has, I have to be able to solve it by myself in my own driveway. In newer cars, they're just increasingly becoming dealership work things. Like, they're trying to make it so that you don't work on your own car and that you have to take it to the dealer. That's how they make new cars. They don't want you to work on it. You're not going to have the tools to read the OBD2 codes. It's just annoying. It's really, really annoying. I want a car that I can fix in a weekend, right? And I think that's going to be like a 90s era car, right? That's why I want the 2004 Mustang, is because it's simple. It's from a simpler time, chat. It's from a simpler time. It's easy to work on, relatively. Like, I would say a 2004 Mustang V6 is going to be infinitely easier to work on than a 2016 Mazda 3. It just is. How are you? I'm alright. What's up, Baka? EVs never have to be brought to the dealer. That's not even true. That's actually not true at all. Have you, dude? Teslas are awful on repairs. If you ever have to repair a Tesla, it's horrible. The repair part of owning a Tesla might be the single biggest reason why I would never buy a Tesla, because having any work done on a Tesla is literally awful. It's so expensive. There's a 350Z manual for 3.5 game. I wouldn't want to buy a new Nissan. Like the 350Z, like that, what is that, the V6 version that has, like, the really rounded edges from the mid-2000s? That thing sucks, dude. It sucks, and it's the worst to work on. Like, in terms of working on, that thing's awful. I think the 350Z might have the single tightest engine bay of any car I've ever seen. It is awful. I would not buy a 350Z for that very specific reason. The PLP 50 would work best for you? Debate never stops. Driven EVs for the past 15 years, never had to bring one to a dealer for maintenance? Do you lease? What EV have you been driving? And also, there's a difference between an EV and a hybrid. Are you talking about exclusively EVs, or are you talking about a hybrid? Yes, to what? Is it an EV or a hybrid, and what is it? What is it, a Tesla? Like a debate shot comes to her for every stream. I know, man. It's just always so much very debate. It's just what the stream has become, is the Astra gets rage baited show. All sorts? What do you mean all sorts? If you've driven... Okay, how many cars have you driven in that past 15 years? And how many of them have been Teslas? Alright? So let me ask you this. Because it's different if you drove one Tesla for 15 years and never had a problem. That's different than if you drove 3 other different cars where you just got a new car every year, right? You can drive a brand new Tesla, like an electric car, every year and never have a repair bill because you're replacing it every fucking year. If you drive a car for 15 years, you're gonna have a problem with it at some point. You're gonna I don't care what it is. If you drive a car for 15 years, you're gonna have to have it maintenance eventually. 9.2 were 12s? 9? You're okay, wait, Savvy. You can't claim that EVs are reliable when out of the 15 years you've driven electric cars, you've had 9 different of them. That's like more than a new car every other year. That's like literally a new car every other year, dude. What do you mean? Of course you never had to repair it if you're replacing it every other year. Like, are you leasing? That would make sense if you're leasing. But, like, if you're replacing your car every other year, then yeah, of course you're not gonna have it worked on because you're not driving it long enough to have issues with it. What? You can't claim that EVs don't have problems when you're literally replacing it every other fucking year. Do you know how many cars I've had in my lifetime? Like, 4 or 5 total. Like, absolutely total. I drive one car for years. I don't have enough money to replace my car every 2 years. What do you want of people that like buys the newest iPhone every time it comes out? Oh, looks like it's time for the iPhone 2017. It's slightly bigger than the last one. Bro, what are you talking about? Like Ashley could use a cute mechanics uniform and the green screen for garage background. Maybe. Ashley drank her haterade before the stream. The Pilo Trident has a 4-speed and excellent interior. Rolls Royce, yeah, I'll just buy a Rolls Royce. What about the 300ZX? Best V6 has iron cylinder block. What is a 300ZX? I'm not like well versed on Nissan, so I don't know that much about them other than the 350Z sucks. Somebody has to keep Tim Cook and the Rent Boys. I don't even know what car this is. The Messerschmitt KR20 requires a minimum maintenance. The Messerschmitt? Is that like a fucking... Is that a plane? Is that like a World War II, like, engine? Oh, it's this thing. You know what? I would rock a 300ZX. I would. Specifically this one. Like a 1987 one. This thing is cool looking. I'll give you... I don't care about this one. This one's kind of ugly. I don't care about the 90s version. But like the 80s version, like damn, that's a sexy looking car. Like I fuck with that, chat. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with this. And this is a nice car right here. I think it's an automatic though, so it's kind of garbage. But like this in a manual would be fucking nice, dude. Be nice. Like if I go 1980. Like look at that, dude. Oh my god. That's a sexy car. Still not as sexy as the RX-7 though, so. The only car that's broken more often than the RX-7. It's a car, you fool. It's a car. Drink my haterade. Ugh. Hey, Moogie. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, chat. I don't like electric cars. I think electric cars are bad for some people. I think I will say though, if you live in a city, electric car does make sense. If you live in a city specifically where you don't drive more than 20 miles in a day, electric cars make a lot of sense. I'm not even gonna lie, chat. I can't judge somebody who lives in Austin, Texas for driving a Tesla because it makes sense in Austin, Texas. It makes sense in LA. It makes sense in San Francisco. It makes a lot of sense in New York. But where I live, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I think that for me, I think one of the biggest reasons why I specifically wouldn't drive an EV is just because of the range anxiety, which does exist. Like, people like to say that it doesn't exist. Like, they like to cope and say that, no, I don't get range. You do. You do. You get range anxiety. And it's just like the fact is that you're not going to be able to go on a road trip on an EV. You're just not going to be able to do it. We don't have the electric infrastructure to make that work. Like, not every gas station has electric charging stations. And when you do have them, it takes like 40 minutes to charge your car. And it just really takes a long time. And there's not a lot of ways around that. And you're just going to have to deal with that. And so if your life conditions are where you can drive around town real quick and then park it at home and charge it back up so the next time you take it back out it's got a full tank, that works perfectly. But I think Teslas work best for people who can afford to have two cars. Because if you could have a Tesla car for your around town driving, you drive that around your in Atlanta, in LA. That's what you drive around town to the office and back. You know what I mean? But you also have your G wagon for when you want to go, on a road trip, right? You got your fucking whatever the fuck, right? You've got your bigger car that's actually gas that can actually go on a road trip. But otherwise, I don't see any point. A lot of rural areas don't have chargers. I don't think you can go on a road trip on a Tesla, really. I just don't think you can. Range anxiety hasn't been a thing since Tesla Supercharged opened up opened up to other cars. I still don't think that's true though. I feel like range anxiety is still a thing. I mean, people say it's not a thing, but you tried going on a road trip on your Tesla and tell me you don't get range anxiety, especially when you're in the middle of nowhere and the next 5 gas stations don't have a Tesla charging station. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to bring that fucking like generator and put it in the back seat just so that if you run out of gas, you run out of electricity in the middle of nowhere, you're gonna have to use gas. You're gonna have to keep gas with you in a jerry can so that you can run the generator to recharge your fucking car because you were out in the middle of Nevada and there are no fucking EV charging stations for hundreds of miles and you just. Astra's right again. Absolutely. I can count the number of chargers on one hand. It's better to avoid them to avoid rural area. Your solution for range anxiety is just don't go to rural areas. Like, that's not a solution, bro. That's not a solution. Every time to the DSA. What is the DSA? Listen, I'm not even saying there's something like. I think EVs are okay for certain people and for certain applications. I think they're fine. I don't even think they're that bad for certain applications. I think for certain applications they're abysmal. Like, trucking should never turn EV. Like, it should not. That is a terrible use for electric vehicle technology. It's a terrible vehicle. But the smaller the vehicle, the smaller the load, the shorter the distance traveled, the more sense an EV makes. It literally, the less distance you're traveling, the later the load you're carrying, the more sense it makes to drive an EV. I honestly think EV motorcycles are slept on, and you can get a really good, useful, practical EV motorcycle, I think. But in terms of a car, I think you can be practical. Again, if you live in like California, if you live in fucking San Francisco, LA, you live in Austin, you live in a city where 90% of the time you're sitting in stop and go traffic, yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense to go on EV. But if you live in the middle of fucking bumfuck nowhere, Alabama, it makes 0 sense to have an EV. Like, literally no sense. Trucking should never be EVs. Trucking should be completely eliminated by rail-based freight. I mean, sure, buddy. Do you say Democrats of America? Oh, I don't care. Politics is a lie, chat. The government is a lie, and literally, it's like red versus blue is designed to just make us hate each other. Like, it's all it is. There's no reason, like, it's literally just tribalistic, like, ooh, your side is not my side. Like, it's all a scam, chat. I don't know if you knew this, but, like, politics and political party affiliations is a scam. That shit is a scam designed to make you hate your neighbor. That's it. Asher's a snowflake. Asher, no, Savvy Fair doesn't have their political pass yet. They haven't donated yet this stream. They don't have it yet. They have to re-up their political pass every stream. The only day I would donate to the DSA is if AOC feet pics were involved. Lol. That will get AOC elected. That'll happen. Chat, voting is a scam. Don't you know this, chat? Vote. We don't live in a democracy. Once we have a Caesar, nobody will nobody will have to worry about politics. Hey Mookie. Just wait until Kanye gets in 2028, chat. When Kanye gets in 2028, we're gonna you know, AC got keep feel like Astra. Dude, I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to see those things, dude. I don't understand why people goon over AOC. I don't find AOC very attractive, but whatever. Put manual on V6 for 3.3k. For 3.3k to spend on a Lexus, dude. I'm not, and with the addition that I have to fucking what's already been manual swapped. I mean, this isn't terrible. Like, I probably wouldn't hate this car. This isn't my first move, especially with 200,000 miles. I probably wouldn't. For sale or product, clean AC works, need work, project car, TL and coil oils and engine injection welded diff. Ew! Why did you weld the diff? It's a Lexus, not a drift car, dude. Fuck off. I just installed NGK spark plugs and wires, 75k knock sensors, pigtails, manifold complete. Car starts but is in limp mode. If you give the car gas, it cuts fuel. My guess is that the previous owner did a hack DIY job to trick the ECU into thinking it's still an auto. Should redo and add an emulator. I can hear the vacuum leak, but where it is. So it's got a vacuum leak. It's got an electrical problem. It's got an ECU problem. It's got a welded diff. This thing's a piece of shit, dude. No lowballs, motherfucker. I know what I got. No lowballs. I've got a 200,000 mile Lexus for $3,000 that doesn't drive and needs a new differential, a new ECU, and a new fucking intake manifold. It's got a fucking, what, a vacuum leak? What? Bro, this is a terrible car. This is awful. What do you mean, dude? Why are you linking me that shit, dude? Being a cynical pessimist is the only way for countries to even fall further. AOC is a regular 7, but Congress, she might as well be a 10. I mean, in Congress, that's fair, but like, I don't know, man. There's some attractive people in Congress. I wouldn't be as attractive to AOC. Kanye running for president be like Kanye. I'm a genius. Says the girl who has a crush from Brandon Herrera. Dude, Brandon Herrera is so much more sexually attractive than AOC. I would rather fuck Brandon Herrera over AOC so many times. He is so much more attractive than AOC. It's not even close. It's a beautiful car. Astra's blind. So to be fair, it has a fucking ECU. The ECU is in limp mode. It has a welded diff. I don't want a welded diff. That means I have to replace the differential. To get that car to a baseline where it can drive normally, I'd have to spend like $3,000. I'd have to spend the price of the car because you need a new differential because some dumbass thought he was cool and was gonna drift his Lexus. Okay, you're gonna drift your Lexus? Come on, bro. What are you talking about? You're not drifting a Lexus, dude. Get out of here. So it's got a welded diff that needs to be unwelded. It needs a new differential. Okay. It needs a new ECU. Okay. It needs a new, I don't know, it apparently has a vacuum leak, so it either needs new vacuum hoses, or it could even need a new head gasket. My God, that's terrible. For $3,000? 200,000 miles? Motherfucker, that's terrible. That is awful. Garbage piece of shit, dude. Motherfucker wants 3K and it's not a Jay-Z model. Fuck that. It's a V8. Oh, it's a V8, by the way, bro. It's a V8. I bet you didn't know it's a V8. Why? I don't care if it's a V8. It needs so much work, dude. It needs like $5,000 worth of work just to get it to run normally, dude. And it's already got 200,000 miles on it. You spend $5,000 just to get it running normally. Now you're in it for $8,000, almost $9,000, and you have a bare minimum, just barely running Lexus that has 200,000 miles on it. Ew. Who's spending $9,000 on a Lexus with 200,000 miles on it? Not me. Not me, motherfucker. I'll tell you that much. Not this person. Not me. 90s Lexus are beautiful cars. I don't necessarily hate 90s Lexuses. I just don't understand them. I don't get them, and I don't love them. To be honest with you. I do not love them. Cool t-shirt. Oh, thank you. Hi, Moogie. Dog me got the Riz. Motherfucker got the Riz. What? Stop linking me cards for. Oh, fuck off, Taco. Oh wait, no, that wasn't Taco. Sorry, Taco. I'm sorry, Taco. I thought that was Taco. I'm sorry. That was my bad. I pulled the trigger a little bit early there on that one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Taco. Listen, you and Disco have a very similar length name. It's the same color. It's easy. Listen. The way, like, listen, Disco doesn't usually say, like, MF that way. The way that it was said made me think that it was Taco, like... I'm leaving. I'm sorry, Taco. I didn't mean to. This is Disco's fault. This is the British. Again, it's the British trying to drive a wedge between us Americans. It's the goddamn Brits again. At it again, trying to sow division. Fucking... The Brits are over here trying to sow division between us. We need to stand strong. You see what this says, Taco? It says America, dude. God damn it. It's okay, Astra sometimes confuses Cuddlebear with me and vice versa. Listen, it's like, you know, even you're a parent and sometimes you yell at your kid, but you have to say every other kid that you have before you get to the right name. That's how it is sometimes, chat. I actually can't breathe. This is femboy abuse. I'm sorry, Taco. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, Taco. Listen, I just got so heated. Next time, I'm not gonna click a link from Disco. No more links are getting clicked from Disco, okay? No more links, Disco. You've lost your link privileges. You've lost your fucking link privileges, okay? Dude, get the fuck out of here. Astra doesn't understand British power. We're all Miss Astra's chillins. Dude, look how cozy this cat is. For $850. Dude, why do I don't want an Alexis shell for $850, dude. I'm not spending almost $1,000 on a shell that doesn't even have dude, this doesn't even have anything. He wants almost $1,000 for fucking nothing. There's not even a bumper, there's no fenders, there's no fucking transmission. The only thing this has is a fucking brake booster and his fucking steering column. That's it. He doesn't have any of the front end. He doesn't have any suspension in the front end. He doesn't have any, it's not just that it needs an engine. It needs a floor. It doesn't even have a fucking floorboard. Or maybe it does. But it doesn't have anything, chat. It doesn't have a steering wheel. It doesn't have a... This thing is a piece of shit. I want to just message this guy to think that you're insane, that you think you're gonna get $1,000 for this literal piece of shit that doesn't have anything. Who is buying this? Who in their right goddamn mind is buying this pile of bullshit? Yo, okay, now this. Now, oh my goodness. Okay, now chat. Now listen. Hear me out. Holy shit, chat. It's an Ocala. This thing is so stupid looking. So what is this? What is this? What am I looking at, dude? What the fuck is this car, dude? 10K for that? No, it isn't. This is 120K. It's not a kit car. It's a... Dude, it looks so fucking stupid. What is this front end? No, it's the quickening. It's a new Corvette-powered Consular. Think of it as a Vector with a $400,000 rebate. McLaren Raptor. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. But the fact that he wants $127,000 for it, it's fair, honestly. It's fair. This thing looks so stupid. Hell of aerodynamics, right? Oh, it's a hand warmer. Oh, that's cool. I feel like this is the kind of shirt like someone would buy me just to spite me. Shit, paint job. I actually kind of like the paint job. Purple car to go with purple bike. Exactly. Exactly. Hello, Moogie. Hello. How you doing, Moogie? See, Moogie doesn't try to make me fight other viewers. Moogie doesn't try to pit me against my own viewers. Huh? She's not British. She would never. She's too American to do that. You look very comfy and cute tonight. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to figure out if I want to make ramen or if I want to go to McDonald's. And I'm really leaning towards ramen because I don't want to spend more. I bought Chipotle the other day, and so it's like I feel like I really don't want to spend any more money. So I think I'm gonna go for ramen tonight. What breed is my cat? She's 100% mutt. I don't really know what she is. She came from the streets, so she's sort of like whatever. She's I guess you just say American short hair. But she's basically a mutt, so I don't know. Her mom basically showed up out of nowhere just randomly, and then she was born. She was born inside, so she was never herself an outdoor cat, but like her parents were. So I don't know what kind of breed she is. Puck is a Russian blue though. She somewhere is a Puck, and she is a Russian blue. But Moogie is just whatever the fuck. She's special. That's what she is. We took an astray. Well, yeah, we took an astray, but it was a pregnant stray. So we took in a pregnant stray who then had kittens, and Moogie was one of those kittens that she had, and so we now have Moogies. That's how we have Moogie, which is good because if Moogie was born outside, she probably would not be alive right now. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think she's cut out for the streets, Moogie. She's not really cut out for that life. You know what I mean? Hello, Moogie. Another chapter in the history of a British espionage in America. Exactly. No British streamer can compare with Astra. Jude is not British, right? What do you mean Jude is not British? Of course Jude is British. What? It'll happen, has to, or the post office is going to sue her for all the backed up packages. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to go to the PO box. It's just so hard for me to go to the PO box because it's like it's just like impossible for me to get there. Try to find a manual white 2004 staying with the tan tier is a pain in the ass law. Well, I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna look once I actually have the money. Like, I feel like I'm not gonna, even if I found like the perfect car, like we literally found the perfect car with the white, the tan interior. It was like an '03 with like 120,000 miles and a manual in the V6, and it sold. It was like $3,000. It was really, really nice. But I imagine even if I found like if I just found the perfect car again, right now I'm not gonna be able to buy it, so it doesn't even matter. So it's like once I get the money, then I'll see what I can find, and maybe we'll find something. It might not be exactly what I want, but listen, you know what? Pickers can't be choosers, right? So it's it is what it is. We'll figure it out. For now, though, I don't think I'm gonna be getting a new car anytime soon because I'm gonna try to get the ARC-7 down here, and that's gonna happen just before. That's gonna have to happen before anything happens with a new car. So the ARC-7 comes first. The bike is almost done. I just put like the boots back on the bike. I need to finish putting the boots back on the bike and like putting the airbox, tightening the airbox back down. But once I do that, then the bike might be done. Like I have a new battery coming for it tomorrow. But if I get the battery on and I get like the airbox put back on, which should be pretty easy, um, I gotta test drive it again, right? So there could be another problem that comes around with another test drive, right? I could go test drive it and figure out something's wrong still, but potentially third test drive's a charm, right? It could be just good. We might just be good. So at that point, you know, I don't really need a car as long as I have a vehicle at least to do something with, right? Because right now I kind of don't have a vehicle. So, but we're close, chat. I have swapped my house keys over to the Prince bike key ring. So I've officially swapped the key rings. So it's happening, chat. It's happening. Jude's booty, though, is expanding while getting more toned every day. Damn. Finster is an angel, isn't he? House of Optimus Prime ribs is fucking gas. I always feel like restaurant ribs are never as good as homemade ribs. When you make ribs by like at home and you like smoke them overnight and you have like properly made ribs at home, it doesn't compare. But like when you go to like a chain restaurant, like a fucking like Ruby Tuesday, it's just not ever you're never gonna get that good of ribs. It's not gonna happen. You got the only other option is to go to some hole in the wall in like South Texas or like Alabama. Then you can get some good ribs. But you have a smoker? I don't. My dad used to make some banger ribs. He used to have one of those big green eggs. He would make ribs, and they were really good because he smoked them overnight. Right? I want a smoker. I want one of those little they what's gonna call it, like these things. I was looking at these not too long ago. Of course, I'm not gonna buy one because I'm broke. But like, if I eventually at some point, I would like to get one of these. Wherever it is, I can't find it. Um, what the fuck is it? It's just like the normal, like the R2D2 looking one. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Like if I just get like one of these things, right? Like, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know about this one specifically, but this style of smoker I think could be pretty fun. I really would like to get a smoker because I want to try smoking my wings instead of air frying them. The only problem with smoking is it's just like a long process. I almost wish I could buy one of those fancy smokers that are super hands off that you just don't have to worry about it. Because I feel like the problem is with smoking is that it's kind of it's a skill, right? It's like an actual skill to be able to smoke something properly, and I just don't have that skill. So I'd have to like learn how to do it properly, and it's not like a fancy like automatic smoker that's like $1,000 that just does it automatic, you know. But you have a similar one? They still have the arc. It's discontinued here. The what? Can make ribs in the oven. Yeah, but you can't smoke ribs in your oven. It's your grilling one. I'd like to get fucked up. I don't know if I could trust Astra with smoker because her patience is very thin. I could do with this with a smoker. I could do it, but part of the problem is I'd have to do it outside of my house, like in a weird spot. Like I'd have to do it in like my backyard area, and I just like I guess I could do that, but I don't know. It's just I don't really have space to have a smoker, and I just don't have money to have a smoker. If I did get a smoker, I probably wouldn't use it that much. I think it'd be kind of a little bit of a waste unless I really got into smoking stuff. Like, I feel like if I was a stay-at-home wife in a house where I didn't have anything to do all day except for attend to a smoker, then I could. But I would really like to smoke my wings before I deep fry them to try to see if I can really up my winging. That's the last thing I could think to do, but I just don't have a smoker. So that's some liquid smoke. It's not the same though. It's not the same. I don't have a doubt you can learn to skills smoke meat, but your patience is very thin. I have some patience. You're doubting my patience too much. The big arc from McDonald's, I tried one and it was okay. Yeah, I didn't like it. I wouldn't get the arc again. You clearly been smoking something. Clearly been smoking something. House Prime of Rib in Washington and Jackson Street. Los Van... Where is this? I don't even know where this is supposed to be. Like, why are you linking... Reindeers, why are you linking this website? I'm not gonna go there. Why are you linking this place to me? And I know it's not good ribs, right? Because clearly there's an air of professionalism there, and that's how you know there's not... Oops. Careful, Moogie. What are you doing? Careful, I'm trying to help you, Moogie. You're a stay-at-home girlfriend while BB works. Well, he doesn't pay my rent. There's a difference. I'm not stay-at-home. He doesn't pay my bills. I'm giving SC300 with hot motor or transfer free. I don't care, Demi. I don't care. I don't care. I only buy barbecue from elderly black men and fat rednecks. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, chat. Like, I used to live near a place called Mommy's Soul Food, and that's where you get good barbecue. Not at a place that has a fancy, polished website that looks like a 5-star restaurant. That's not where you get good barbecue. The best barbecue comes from a place with a hand-built, like, 20-foot-long smoker in the back, and no AC. It's in, like, the backwoods country of, like, South Carolina, and it's just some motherfuckers going, hell yeah, brother! Put that shit up on the smoker. It's been on here for 4 days. This rip rack rib's been smoking here for 4 days. Tell you what, that will be the best ribs you'll ever have. Why are you linking me this shit? I don't text T-Rex Cafe. I don't care about the T-Rex Cafe, bro. Why are you linking me this? What? What are the links here, Disco? The links today, Disco, are so bad. You gotta up your link game. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with a link to T-Rex Cafe. I'm not eating at T-Rex Cafe, bro. But dinosaurs, I don't care. I don't have that version of autism. I don't have the dinosaur autism. I just don't. I never understood the dinosaur autism. I never had that. The best barbecue comes from places ironically not big on trans rights. Yeah. If you feel safe as a trans person eating at a barbecue restaurant, then you're not eating the best barbecue ever. Like, if you want the best barbecue as a trans person, you have to feel unsafe. That's the requirement. If you don't feel like the people who are making your food want to kill you, then it's not going to be good barbecue. You have links? Don't. I know BB has the dino autism. Yeah, but BB's not hearing. Can you consider a Toyota Celica? I would consider a Toyota Celica. A Toyota Celica would be my last choice, though, just because a Toyota Celica is front-wheel drive, and I hate front-wheel drives. If I can get a rear-wheel drive manual transmission, I'll be happy. Like, those are my bare minimum. Like, just what I want. If I had to sacrifice on front-wheel drive, I would. If it was like, okay, here's the perfect car. It's not what I want, but it's what I can afford, and it's what's practical. Then maybe I would deal with a front-wheel drive. I could sacrifice on that front, you know what I mean? But the manual, I couldn't sacrifice on it. The manual, I refuse to sacrifice. Toyota Celicas are good cars. They're good cars, especially if you can find one with decent mileage. They're not bad. They're good. I just don't care about them as much, and I just think any front-wheel drive car is just going to be a little bit boring, and I just don't like front-wheel drive cars. If I'm going to drive a front-wheel drive, there's a lot of other front-wheel drive cars I'd rather have, but... Kill you and deep down want to fuck you too. I mean, that is why they want to kill you, though. Is because they do want to fuck you, but they can't let themselves admit that, so then instead they're going to try to hate crime you instead. It's called the gay panic defense. It happens all the time. When I think of barbecue, I do think of conservatism while I associate veganism with the left. This is true. I think that is a true observation. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's just like... And you know what, though? You think about that. When you think of a typical person on the left, you think of someone who's kind of scrawny, maybe a little bit feminine. And if you think about something on the right, if you think about that big boy, you know, the big southern corn-fed motherfucker with like a backwards cap and a stained t-shirt, and he's a little bit overweight, and he definitely has a Zen in right now, and he is gonna, he looks like He can make some goddamn good ribs, tell you that much. He's a good big old boy. He knows how to eat. Big old boy knows how to eat. I sure will die on the hill not driving automatic. Absolutely. I will die on that hill because I can't get the I can't engage the clutch on the hill over driving an automatic. Dinosaurs were canonically conservative. What? I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. Dinosaurs like 2 million BC, and there's some dinosaur thinking, you know, I think Kanye has some good points. By the way, if you at the coffee shop and the worker's hair looks like an advertisement for Skittles, the coffee's gonna be fire. Obviously. Scrawny and feminine. Who does that remind me of? I don't know. I'm not a vegan, so obviously. Not like I'm a vegan or something, like... Dinos are big on social Darwinism. They were big on Darwinism. They were big on Darwinism. Actually, dinos were 256 and 66 million years ago. Well, my bad. My bad. Chat, my favorite meme is the Lepidodendron meme. I love that meme. I was watching a video the other day. I was literally watching, like, hold on, what was it? Do I still have it up? I was watching a video, and it was so fucking funny. Oh, fuck, dude. Have you guys ever seen a Lepidodendron tree? This is like my second favorite tree of all time, chat. And it's not even a tree. Have you seen this tree? Have you seen this tree, chat? I love this meme though. It's like you imagine you just see one of these fucking things out just randomly. It actually is a pretty cool tree though if you look into it. It's a pretty neat little tree. And it's not even a tree, it's a plant. It has scales on it. And it's actually really cool. And they used to be everywhere. But if you see one, like if you wake up and you just see this, chat, you know you're fucked because you've entered a time warp and now you're stuck in the Paleon, like whatever, you know, what was it called? The Paleolithic period. If you ever see this tree, chat, that means you're stuck in the Paleolithic period. Oh god, this meme. Have you? I love that. I'm sorry. It's like my favorite meme. Have you seen this tree? Not a vegan, but feminine and scrawny. Not, but you describe you to a T. Astra has tree autism. It's not even a tree. That's the funny. My favorite trees are not even trees. Palm trees are not trees, and neither are the lepidodendron trees. They're plants. They're plants. You were Squidward in the episode where he gets locked in the freezer. Yeah. Paleozoic area period, I believe. Oh, my bad. My bad. We were actually two dedicated. I don't even know how to say that word. We were actually two dedicated whams eating grass together 12,000 years ago, but you forgot. I'm stuck in the fanboy years on Twitch era. Florida does genuinely have great looking vegetation. This is true. Florida is beautiful. It is a beautiful state. It is a beautiful state. I love Florida. Dude, my mom was like worried that I was gonna move to Atlanta. I'm never moving to Atlanta, dude. Never moving to Atlanta. It's filled with boomers and unks. Feels weird, man. Damn, 1.2K manual 3. Demi, stop looking at Lexuses. I'm not buying a piece of shit Lexus. Right, it's not happening. Okay, Demi, I'm sorry. I know that's not how you, I know I'm not gonna call you by the right. I'm not gonna say your name right because I think Demi is cuter. But also, I'm not buying a Lexus. All right. But you love Atlanta. I like the people in Atlanta. I don't like the city itself, and I do not want to live there. Man, I would hate living in Atlanta, dude. I would fucking hate that shit. Dude, I hate that city. Every time I'm in that city, I'm like, God, please get me out of this fucking city. And I have to go there in like, oh, Chad, I have to go there in like a week and a half. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't want to go. I don't want to go, Chad. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Why you hate Atlanta? Because it sucks, dude. The fucking social engineers who designed that city were on crack or some shit because it's terrible. It's fucking terrible. You can get stuck in wall to wall, bumper to bumper traffic at 2 in the fucking morning. At 2 in the morning, you can be driving in Atlanta, miss your exit because it's fucking confusing as shit, and now you have to spend an extra 40 minutes stuck in traffic because you fucking live in Atlanta, and it sucks. I hate that city, bro. I fucking hate that goddamn city. I hate it with so much passion. I fucking hate Atlanta. Like, I have friends in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. The people in Atlanta. I love the people in Atlanta. But driving in Atlanta makes me want to, like, crash into a pole. I hate driving in Atlanta. I hate it so much. I hate it so much, Chad. It's so bad. Imagine living near Disney World and having to see Disney adults top fucking gag. I live like an hour from Disney. It's not that close. Just don't follow traffic laws. It works for me. You hate hot Atlanta? I don't like it. I don't like the city. Like, I don't like the city itself. Like, the people, great. The city, not so much. PKA Kyle lives in Atlanta? I know, but I don't care. What is that gonna do for me? Like, oh boy, I'm gonna go up and meet Kyle? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna go and talk to Kyle. I'm never gonna meet Kyle in person, so I don't care where the fuck he lives. Sounds exactly like LA traffic. Well, Atlanta's getting that bad. I mean, Atlanta's one of the biggest cities right now, and it's growing a lot. A lot of people are moving into Atlanta. A lot of people are. They were talking about getting rid of the income tax in Atlanta too. I think some governor was running on that or some shit. And it's like Atlanta's a big city. There's a lot of shit there. It's like it's really good if you're wanting to make money or you want to be an actor. It's like there's a lot of reason to be in Atlanta, but none of them are because of the city being fun to be in, right? Like, at least LA is like there's fun things to do. There's the beach, there's palm trees, but in Atlanta is just it's just it's just Atlanta. And it's just sad. And there's not really I don't like anything in Atlanta. It's like, unless your thing is partying, if you like to party every night and you like to go out into clubs and you like to have fun at the clubs, then you are going to love Atlanta. But I am too antisocial. I don't like Atlanta. I don't like partying that much. I don't want to go to clubs every night. I just hate it. And then you're gonna pay like a lot of money because you're living in Atlanta. So at least people in the city know that green means go and stop means not here in North Carolina. Getting rid of income tax sounds like shit. Sounds like what? Sounds like socialism? How is getting rid of a tax like socialism? There's like a little bug here, and I don't know what he's doing. What is this guy? I don't like him. I feel like I've squished him like 3 times, but he keeps coming back to life. Wait, what is this? What is this guy? I don't even know what he is. Where the fuck is the thing that I could squish him with? Hold on, chat, I'll be right back. What is this guy? Where did you come from? He looks like a little ant, but he's like tiny. I don't know what he is. Which is crazy, because I haven't seen anything else like it. Hopefully, that's the last we'll see of his kind. Because I hope that I don't have more of that. Apparently, roughly 60% of Georgia population is Atlanta. Yeah, it makes sense, because Atlanta's the big, thing. It's like, there's not really much going on in Georgia outside of Atlanta. It's the only real major metropolitan area in Atlanta. I mean, there's like Augusta, Georgia. There's a couple other places in Georgia, but realistically, Atlanta is your main place. You're going clubbing? I don't like clubbing that much. And isn't Florida the site of the longest detour if you fuck up and miss your exit? I don't know, but it's not driving in Florida isn't that confusing. Like driving in Atlanta or Orlando or not Atlanta. If you're driving in Orlando or Tampa, at least, are the only two cities I've driven in Florida. They're not that hard to navigate. Like they're typically like they're not super complicated. Atlanta, I have gotten lost several times in Atlanta, and I hate it. I just hate it. There are these certain exits in Atlanta on the highway where there's like two exits and you have to make a decision to get off or stay on because you're not sure if the exit you need is coming up. And it's like every single time I fuck it up because it's so fucking confusing that it's like I don't understand what this is. And it's like the exit that you want, you have to get off on the exit before the actual exit you want because it continues going to the right exit. It's like exit 79A and 79B, and then you don't know, but that you have to get off for exit 79A to get off on 79B, because if you don't, then you're fucking gonna miss it, but it's really hard to fucking know, because normally when you have an exit, two separate exits, you have two separate exit off-ramps for those exits, but in Atlanta, they're like, well, just wrap it into one exit, and it's fucking confusing, and it's stupid, and I hate it, and I fucking hate Atlanta. I swear to God, that city is built by masochists, and not the fun kind. That is awful. How strong is your accent, Trey? Anyway, chat. We'll do a foot check. Foot check. Described Orlando highways. I did not describe Orlando highways. I described Atlanta highways. You don't understand, Disco. You didn't drive in Atlanta. You drive in Orlando. I get it. Orlando can be confusing. It's not as bad as Atlanta. Atlanta is 10 times worse than Orlando. I'd rather drive in Orlando a million times before I drive in Atlanta. Orlando is a million times easier to navigate, especially at 2 in the morning. You go into Orlando at 2 in the morning, easy. There's not a car on the road at 2 in the morning in Orlando. If you go in Atlanta, you will get stuck in wall-to-wall traffic in Atlanta at 2 in the fucking morning. It's stupid. There is somebody that there's an engineer who designed that city, and they need to be like strapped to a fucking like rock, and then we need to tomato them. You know, when we used to like strap people to a fucking pole and then throw tomatoes at them, we need to do that to the guy who designed that city. Because my God. Why are you out at 2 a.m.? Because sometimes it fucking takes a long time to get to Atlanta, and sometimes you get in at that late. Sometimes, chat, that is the way it is. It is the way it is. Not too bad, but I can pass as a Bubba with some prep. Fun kind, so Astra likes Mexicans. I just don't like Atlanta. I just don't. Wasting good tomatoes. No, we'll use the Walmart tomatoes. We'll get exclusive. That's why you buy Walmart tomatoes. You don't eat Walmart tomatoes. If you ever eat Walmart tomatoes, you've already fucked up. The only thing you buy Walmart tomatoes for is so that you can throw them at people. That's the only reason why. We don't do that anymore as a society. I feel like we used to throw tomatoes at people more often than we do now. We don't really do that anymore. We should start throwing tomatoes at people. We should just start throwing. I should just keep a box of like kind of moldy tomatoes in my car, and every time someone cuts me off, I'll just fucking yuck a tomato at their car. I mean, couldn't you build like a tomato cannon and then shoot people's car with it. That sounds like a good way to get like murdered. Walmart doesn't even carry green tomatoes, a national disgrace. I mean, you shouldn't buy tomatoes from Walmart ever. In this economy. Chat, there's so many bruises on my legs. I don't even know where they came from. What? Potato cannons outlawed. We used to stone people to death. Astra is like, that's a good idea. I never said stoning anyone. I never said kill anybody. I don't think we should kill the guy who designed this highway system. I just think we should ridicule him and shame him on the streets with tomatoes. I'm not saying we should murder his ass. That's a little bit of a jump. I just said we should tie him up and throw tomatoes at him. There's a big difference between throwing tomatoes and throwing stones. There's a big difference there, chat. Tomato trebuchet. Yeah, could you imagine you're driving along and then you just get cut off and you have like a trebuchet that's like you can aim from your car and then you just fucking yuck a tomato at them with a trebuchet, and so now their car has just got a tomato on it. My god, you pissed some people off with that shit. All the potato cannons are in Ukrainian front lines. Asha wants me stoned on weed. That's the good kind of stoned, chat. Imagine the smell on your car every time you get in and think a couple of steps ahead. Genius. I'm not sure where you've come, but I've seen a couple carry tomatoes. And I'm daily carrying my tomatoes. I have my little like knee ankle little like tomatillo tomato I can just yuck at people when I need that spare, you know. I've got that tomato strapped on me at all times, bro. Fuck, dude. I don't know, chat. I'm excited though. My car's or my bike's almost done. I feel like once the bike is done, I'm gonna feel a lot better about it. I'm gonna feel pretty good when that bike is like at the point where I can just drive it. But I think it's getting there. I don't know, chat. It's still a little bit new. I'm still a little bit like, I guess I haven't gotten totally used to how the bike is yet, but we're getting there. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited, chat. It's like we're close there. You never know when you need a tomato. You never know. Tomatillos, mini Mexican green maters. Exactly. That's why it's good for like the ankle. You know, you keep that in your ankle, and people don't even know that you've got it. Or just when they think that you've wasted all of your tomatoes, you have that spare one right down there. Hit them right, getting that extra little top, you know, cherry on top, right? Every 6 tomatoes and one is a fucking. I'm not gonna say that. It put me on a list. They taste different to me. What, tomatillos? Yeah, they do. They are different. Walmart tomatoes are terrible though. Walmart tomatoes are fucking awful. They like literally are not even tomatoes. Like I don't even. There's like no reason to eat Walmart tomatoes. They taste so bad compared to like homegrown tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes taste amazing, but like store-bought Walmart tomatoes, they never taste good. They always just taste like water, and they never have flavor, and they're always just disappointing and like kind of bitter a little bit. I don't know why people actively eat Walmart tomatoes. We say tomato. Found Astra.
Slow down!
Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about, chat. This is what I'm talking about. See, like.
It's a school zone. Slow down!
Dude. It's just throwing tomatoes at people's cars. It's just so fucked up. I kind of love it though. It's just harmless enough to not be like actually evil. Like it's not like you're throwing rocks at people's cars, but like it's so funny. I'm not a fan of tomatoes. I like tomatoes if they're homegrown. I gonna lie, it's so head ass. If a motherfucker threw a tomato at my shit, I know, I know you gotta be fucked up. It's like, you guys ever seen the cart narc guy, the guy who like puts magnets on people's cars if they don't put their cart away? Like that guy, I feel like if that guy like put a magnet on my car, I would be so fucked. I'd rather have someone throw a tomato at my car than someone put a magnet on my car. Apparently, they're pretty easy to grow if your local public library exists. It might have some seed bank you can borrow seeds from. Apparently, I'd have to get good at like growing shit though. I'd like to start a farm and like actually grow my own peppers and shit, but I've never really been good at keeping plants alive. So I just don't. I've never been really good at it. Kind of bad at it, honestly. I'd like to be good at it, but I don't really know where I would grow them right now. I'd have to put like a little tiny greenhouse in my backyard, which I could maybe do, but it'd be kind of hard, and I'd have to go out there and be tricky. So I'm going through a large amount of raisin cane sauce doing the same thing. Wow, such a waste. Yeah, I like raisin cane sauce, man. I wouldn't waste that shit. Take moms to the farmer's market. I got to. Pretty soon here. I gotta do that so I can get some like actually proper tomatoes. Could buy a bag of tomatoes. You could. Could. Anyway, chap. I think I'm gonna go make some ramen. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I will be live again. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. I might be going to Tampa tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be live again tomorrow. That's kind of why I really wanted to stream today. I was thinking about not streaming today because there was a Melee tournament that I was watching, but it kind of like I didn't. It was kind of it was a tournament, so I'm glad I decided to stream today because I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. But we'll see. I'll let I like Tampa. I like Tampa, boy. I'll let you guys know what happens, but I'll probably be in Tampa tomorrow, so I probably won't be streaming tomorrow, but we'll see. Anyway, chat, thank you everybody for watching. I'll be live again at some point. Goodbye.